Hey guys, today I'm very excited to share with you about the new Swann smart security camera. Now for a long time I have been searching for a very good security cameras where I don't need to use wires, because wires can be very difficult to install through the walls, and sometimes it can be hard to go up to the roof if you're having a problem with climbing up high, or if you're renting a place where it's almost impossible to get permission to run any wires behind the walls. And this camera is perfect and low cost for you to install in your home to monitor your house, whether indoor or outdoor. So this camera is a perfect fit if you don't need to run wires. What's great about this camera is that it is wirelessly. You can connect to the Wi-Fi router without the need of a base station, so you don't need a DVR to record any footage. The footage can record directly into the camera itself. Now if you are following the traditional CCTV camera, typically you need to use wires and cables to run through the house in order for you to use the camera. And with this one here, you don't need any of that. Basically all you have to do is set it up, charge it up, and connect to a Wi-Fi router, and off you go. You can attach it almost anywhere in the house you like. Have it on the top of the ceiling, on the wall, on the shelf, or inside or outside your house. It is weatherproof, so basically it's pretty much you can use it anywhere in your house. This camera provides high definition recordings, so it's allowed you to record in 2 megapixel or 1080 pixel, and this means with that kind of resolution you'll be able to capture people's face, car license plate if it's approaching onto the driveway. If a cat or anything that you want to capture, you can easily visually see it with the 2 megapixel. Also it comes with 120 viewing angles, so you have a very wide angle to record, and it works both for day and night time. So that means it doesn't matter whether it's daytime or nighttime where you have no light at all, it still can record. I will show you some footage later on near the end of the videos, and then you can take a look. Now this camera comes with a built-in battery, so that means you don't need to have any power running to the camera. It is very ideal when you need to place the camera outdoor or up high on the ceiling where you have no way of connecting to a power source, and it's very hard if you're renting where you cannot install extra power points. Then this is very ideal, because basically you can take it down, recharge the smart camera, and then plug it back in, and boom, off you go. The battery can last for quite a long time, maybe up to a few weeks, depending on your settings and your usage. And I would guess you will charge maybe 10 to 20 times in a year, depending on how you use. If you set it on very high settings, you might need to charge it more than that, but it comes with a built-in rechargeable battery, so therefore no wires, no cables or no power cable is required for this camera. And because it is a rechargeable battery, so you don't need to replace the battery all the time. Once it's running out of battery, you can take it down and recharge it using a phone charger, mobile phone charger, a USB plug, and that is good enough to charge this camera. It can take up to 4 to 6 hours to recharge, but if you just plug it in and leave it on, it will charge itself in a few hours time. Now this camera is weatherproof, and it comes with an IP65 weatherproof rating. What it means is that you can place it outside and it will withstand rain, snow, and hot weather. So it's very good. You can use it both indoor and outdoor. Now with the storage options, you have 2 different options. The camera itself can record locally up to 7 days, and you also got the cloud storage up to 2-3 days of cloud storage. The local storage, you can store data up to 7 days of recording, and each of the storage from ranging from 10 seconds to 60 seconds to a minute also. And this is all stored locally on the camera, so you can access the storage locally anytime, up to 7 days. Any recording go over 7 days, it will erase the old one and overwrite with a new recording. Now you have a secure cloud storage provided free from Swann, up to 3 days of rolling recordings, and you also have the option to pay additionals, so that it will store up to 30 days in addition to the 2-3 days. So that is you can pay that monthly or yearly, and that is totally optional. So you don't have to. If you want to have a longer recording footage on the cloud, then you can do so with by paying the subscription monthly or yearly. Now the camera also have the alerts and playbacks, so you can set up push notifications. If it captures anything on the camera, it will immediately push to your mobile device and alert you of an event has occurred at your home using the alert system from the camera. Now one of my absolute favorite features of this camera is the True Detect features. Now with True Detect features, what it does is only raise an event, or the camera only start recording when it detects heat signature from a person, so either from a person that walking by, or from a large pet such as a dog, or from a heat detection from a large vehicles such as your car driving into the driveway. It detects the engines, the heat from the engines, and it will start recording. Now in the past I have set up camera without True Detect, and what happened is you can see if the trees move, or if the wind blow, or if there is a shadow of the trees move around, the camera will start recording anyway, and it always bombards my email account with false notifications, and that can really give you a really bad headache, because you keep getting notifications and you think maybe something's wrong, and then you check your mobile and it's end up just a tree moving. And over time, when you keep getting false notifications, you kind of tends to ignore any real notifications coming in. So in case if someone actually break into your house, you may think it's a false notification and you don't actually check it. And so the True Detect features, or the True Detect technologies, is really great, is that it's only send notifications when it detects heat signatures from a person, again from a cat or dogs moving about, or from a cars driving in, because the car engine have some heat signatures in it as well. So when there is a moving objects, then it will send you notifications, and those are the things that you're really concerned at. You're not really concerned with moving trees, or winds or shadows and other things that are really insignificant to you. Okay, let's see what is inside this box. So you can see we have the camera, the magnetic stand, and a USB charge cable. So here is the camera. It has a bit of weight on it. The design is nice and sleek, as you can see right here. Now this is the front of the camera, and this is the side, and this is the back of the camera. At the top is the audio microphone, then you got the clear night visions, and at the center is a wide 120-degree viewing angle lens, and at the bottom is the True Detect, and then you got the LED light at the bottom. Now at the bottom here is a rubber feet. This allows you to stand the camera on the shelf or on a desk. So it's great if you want to use indoor. You can put it on a bookshelf or anywhere to monitor an elderly person, to monitor a grandma, or even monitor a baby. So it's very useful. Now you also have a mounting switch that you can mount onto a small tripod and place it somewhere in the house, or you can mount onto an outdoor mounting stand. At the back of the camera is a rubber cover. This rubber prevents water from entering into the camera. The middle button here is a pair button, which you can pair it onto your mobile phone or a tablet, and at the top hole is the reset hole, and at the bottom here is a charging port that you can plug in the USB cable. Okay, here you got the magnetic mounting stand, and the surface on the magnet is a bit rough. This will help prevent the camera from slipping up or down, so once the two magnets attach, it will stay in one spot. Here is a long USB cables that allow you to plug into the camera and the charger. The cable is quite long, maybe around up to 2 meters long. And and here we can test out the magnet, and you can hear it's how strong it is from the popping noise. Okay, so I'm swinging it around, and you can see it does not fall off easily. So just swing it side to side, and here is how strong it is when I try to attach it to one another. There are 2 screws and 2 wall mounting plugs. This will help us screw on the wall mounting stand. So inside this bag we got a 3M adhesive strips. This will allow you to put it onto the mounting stand. So using the double-sided tape, we don't need to drill into the walls. We can just stick it onto the wall or onto a bookshelf. And also we have the stickers. So we have the theft deterrent stickers, and here is a drill template that we can use. And also we also got other security stickers as well as the operating instructions on the camera. Okay, here we will use a drill template, and this will help us drilling more accurate. So apply the drill template on a wooden surface or a wall, and we will use the drill to drill it down. So if you're drilling into a wooden surface, we can use a smaller drill. So we just want to make a tiny hole. And for the wooden surface, we only need to use the 2 screws. And for the wall surface, we will need to use the wall plug as well. Now we can go ahead and put on the screws. And finally we can put in the mounting stand. So just put it in and then pull down so that it sits into the right place. Once the mounting stand is mounted, we can attach the camera. Now the magnet is very strong, so you can adjust the camera to a preferred position. So you can move it left or right, up or down. And once you let go, it should sit tight in that one position. Now for the wall surface, you want to drill a bigger hole. A hole should be big enough so that you can put in the wall plug. And we'll put in this wall plug here. So just use a hammer and knock it down. And again, just put in the 2 screws, and then we can put the mounting stand on. Once it is on, you can attach the camera. So you can use this camera indoor as well as outdoor. Now if you don't want to do any drilling, we can use double-sided tape. They are a very good alternative to drilling. Make sure the surface is nice and clean. And we stick the double-sided tape onto the mounting stand. So peel out the other side as well, and then we will put it against the wall or a bookshelf, for example. Now it is very strong, so here it is. We just will put the camera on. So I will try to pull it out and show you how strong it is sticking to the wooden surface. So I have to use quite a bit of force to pull it back out. We will test the adhesive on the wall as well. So this is the wall surface. So let's see how strong it will stick onto the wall surface. Now I believe it is a lot stronger than the wooden surface because of the roughness on the bricks right here. So it sticks very well. So again, I will try to pull it out and show you how much pressure I need to use to pull out this wall mount. So it's really hard, it's really sticky. So I don't think it will come off easily. So I'm going to use quite a bit of force to actually pull it out. And there it is. Okay, the next step is we need to set up the mobile phone and pair it with the camera. So you need to, on your Android device or on your iPhone, go to the App Store or the Play Store and download the app called Save by Swann. So in the search box, type in the name Save by Swann and then download it. The download and installation can take a few minutes. So while we are waiting, we can plug the camera into the power source. So using the USB cable, plug into the power source. Now if you have a problem with the camera, you can always use the reset button to reset the camera and start to install it. So it will take a while to download the app. It'll be a minute or two only, so just wait. So once it's finished with the installation, you can tap on the open button to open up the app. Here you can sign up for a new account. If you already have an account with a different camera, you can sign in using an existing login. So here I have a login already. I can use my old login. If you are signing up a new account, you will need to verify through an email. So here I'll put in the password to the account and then tap on sign in. Once you are signed in, we can tap on the pair button to pair with a camera. Choose a smart security camera and then tap on next. So tap on confirm here. Now at this point we need to press on the pair button. So that button there, press and hold for a few seconds. You will notice a blue LED light start to blink at the bottom of the camera right there. So once it is blinking, tap on continued, and here tap in the password to your home Wi-Fi router. So it is important that you put in the password to your home Wi-Fi router first, and then tap on the button. Now just wait for a few seconds and then tap on go to settings at the bottom. And now in here, tap on the Swann cam. So this will connect to the camera Wi-Fi hotspot. You may see it's a no internet at the top. Just tap on the dismiss button. And here tap on the back key and wait for the camera to connect to the Wi-Fi router. Once you are connected, you can give the camera a name by using one from the list, or you can manually put in the name at the top there. So you can key in manually the name of the camera. Now tap on go to dashboard, and in here you can start using your camera. So the camera is now set up and ready for you to use through an app. After you have successfully set up the app and the camera, it is a good idea that you update the camera firmware to the latest version. So go into the settings and then tap on the about tab at the top, then tap on update firmware, and this will download the software to the camera and perform an update. So if there is ever a bug or any troubles with the camera, you can try to update the firmware and see if that fixes the problem. And now let's have a look at the app and some of the features inside this app. Now first, there is a sound button, the audio. So let's listen to the microphone. I'm just going to put it on. So this is in my backyard. So you can hear bird chirping at the back. The bird is actually far away on the tree, but you can hear the bird chirping. So I'm just gonna lower down the volume. Now the image is a bit blurry because I put on low resolutions. Now to change the settings of the camera, you can tap on the settings icon right here. And then at the top here, we can change the name. So the first tab is the settings tab. And you got the subscriptions tab. And you got the about tab. So let's go to the settings tab first. And at the top here, the camera name, you can change it to a different name if you wanted to. And environment, so you can choose either outdoor, indoor 60 Hz or 50 indoor 50 Hz. So with this is the lighting exposure. So if it's outdoor, it will change the lighting exposure differently. Now network, so if you want to change the Wi-Fi network, you can update on Wi-Fi. So if you move your cameras around, or if you want to switch between normal 2.4 gigahertz or 5G, you can do so. So here it is. So tapping on Wi-Fi network will allow you to update or change to a different Wi-Fi network. Down here is a live video image quality. So you have three settings: low, medium, and high. So if we choose high settings, and if I tap on the back here, and if we look at the image, it will be more sharper and more clearer. Now as you can see, the image is different. It's more sharp and more clear. And if you go back into the settings, you can also flip the image. Here is the true detect motion sensitivity. So you have between off, so we'll have no motion, no true motion detections. Or you can set to low, medium, high, and max. So if you want to set to max, high motion settings will detect movement further away from the cameras. So by choosing max, it will detect more movements when it is far away from the camera. And here you got a true detect motion sleep. So you can set it to 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. So the higher the settings, the more optimized the battery is, so that the camera will go into a sleep for a short period to conserve battery life. So after motion is detected and recorded, the camera will go into the sleeping mode. Now if you don't want the camera to go into sleeping mode, you would set it down to minimum or 30 seconds. However, setting it down to minimum of 30 seconds, your battery may run out more quicker. Down here is the time, so you can synchronize to your phone time by tapping on sync to phone time. You can also format the SD card, and you can also unpair the camera. Now with subscriptions, you can update the plan, so you can sign up for 30 days subscriptions, and otherwise you can use the standard plan, which is include 2 free days of cloud storage. Tapping on the About tab here will give you the information about the software models, serial number, the model of the camera, and Wi-Fi signal strength, the IP address of the camera, and the battery percentage. So I have been playing around for a while today, and in a few hours it's already using up 9% of the batteries. So depending on if you want to preserve the battery and have your camera last quite a while, you may want to make sure that the settings, everything is set on low. So for example, low video image quality, you want to set the true detect motion sleep to high, and this will allow your battery to last longer. And so that are those settings. Now the camera will require a very strong Wi-Fi signal as well as a strong connection speed. If the connection speed is too slow, you may experience lagging, in which case the best option is to lower the image quality. So set the video image quality to low if you find there is some lagging with your Wi-Fi connections. Also you might want to place the camera near the Wi-Fi router if possible, because the further away from the Wi-Fi router, the more lagging they will be. So depending on where your Wi-Fi router is. So ideally, if you have your Wi-Fi router placed centrally or in the center, now in the center of your house, that will be good, because then at least the camera is not too far away from the Wi-Fi router. And here is the pair cameras options. You tap on that, you can pair more cameras if you want to, so you can add additional smart camera. Here you got the activities. The activities will show a list of all the activities that the camera has been recorded locally or into the cloud. So you can tap on the activity, and you can also download the activities. So here, tapping on the activity will allow you to play on the mobile phone. And here we can play. It's also record the sound as well as the image. There is a download button, so you can download to your phone. Now, as you know, if you don't download the footage to your phone, any new recording will erase over the old one after your storage has run out. So if there is any important footage that you want to keep, it is best that you open up in here and then tap on the download button, and it will save to your phone. So we'll save it down, so you can see it's downloading the video file. So if you forget to download the file, it will be overwrite and erase once the storage is running out. And if it's tap on the menu key here, you also got the user menu. You can tap on that to get help and read more about how to use the device from the user menu. There's also the about and the support, and you can also sign out of the device. If you are signing out of the device, when you open up the app, you need to sign it back in. Okay, here is a push notifications. So as soon as the camera detects motions, it alerts the phone, and you can see the image. So you can tap on the play button to view the live feed. Okay, here we will take a look at viewing the recorded footage. So if you want to access the old footage and see it, here's how you can do it and how you can download to your phone. So open up your Swann Save app, and from here tap on the menu key. So I'm just going to tap on the back key here and tap on the menu key. Then you want to tap on activities, and this is where all the recording is stored. Go to the day that you want to see the recording. So you can tap on the back here to go back. So go back to the day that you want to view the activity. And here is yesterday's activity. I'm just gonna flip the camera sideways, the phone sideways, so we can view the recording. So this is the recording. I'll put it up the volume so you can hear it. Now this is the audio recorded from the camera. This is a test in the laundry. This is the test for the camera in the laundry. This is the test the camera in the laundry. You can hear the audio record very well. It's have a very excellent microphone. So it can record from close and far, and from sound far away. There is a download button here that you can tap on it. Tap on that will download the recording down to your mobile phone. Also there is a delete button. So let's go back here and view one of the recording at night time. So this one recording here. So this is a night footage. So this is from my mobile phone. So you can see I'm walking quite far away now, far away from the camera, and it still managed to capture the image. And you can always tap on the delete button if you don't want that footage anymore. So tap on the delete button here, and then tap on OK to confirm, and that footage is now gone. So here is another footage at night time. Now this is the quality of the video recording. So I'm just gonna zoom in so you can see the finer details. So this is a laundry powder box. So you can see here. So I'm just gonna zoom in at the lock here. You can see the details. So that's the footage captured at nighttime. So it's completely dark. Didn't turn on the light. This is just the night vision from the camera. And you can also have the filter here button. So you can filter between if there are a lot of footages on your phone, you may want to filter by using the time. So if you know an event has occurred between a time and a date, you can put in here and set a filter so you can quickly search for that recording. This smart security camera requires you to take it down every once in a while to recharge it. Now if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to keep recharging it, you can get this solar panel. This solar panel will allow the camera to recharge during the day when there is sun. So it's a great addition to the camera. And also there is an additional mounting come with this camera. You can buy separately. It's allow you to lock in the camera, so it's not easily can be easily taken away by pulling it out. So this is an additional mounting that you can buy. Okay, now we will talk about the question and answers on some of the questions that you may have. I will try to answer it. So the first one is, can you watch the camera on a PC browser or on a computer software? Well, no, you cannot. You can only use the app Saved by Swann to view the video footage and to view any recording footage. Number two, can you connect the camera to a PC to transfer video files? Again, no, you cannot. You can only do that via the Saved by Swann app. And for the security and privacy reasons, you can only use the app on a mobile device. So whether you have an iOS, such as an iPad, iPhone, or an Android device, you can use the app to view video files, and then you can also download the files to your mobile phone. And if you really wanted to, you can connect your mobile phone to the computer, and then you can transfer files from your mobile phone over to your computer. What if someone steals the smart security camera from the magnetic mount? If they steal the camera, they cannot use the camera because it is already paired with a mobile device. So they need to first unpair the camera before they can actually use that camera. And in regards to the video recording on that camera, they cannot view anything on it, because since it is already paired with the original mobile phone or the original owner, then they cannot actually view anything. And for the security reason, it is locked up. So yeah, your data is pretty much safe. If they steal the camera, they cannot use it, or they cannot view any videos on it. If you worry about the camera getting stolen because they can easily just pull out the camera from the magnetic mount, you can use an outdoor mount. An outdoor mount is it's like a thrill. It's got a thrill. You can thrill it on, and they will not able to simply just pull out the camera. So it's there's more protection there if you're using an outdoor mount, which I have shown you previously. Can they record 24/7? The camera does not record 24/7. It only records when it detects motion. So using True Detect motion sensor, it picks up movement with heat. For example, like people, large pets, or a car driving into the driveway. So is the camera weatherproof? It is weatherproof. You can use it indoor as well as outdoor. So it has an IP rating of 65, and you can use it in the rain. If it rains, it won't really cause damage to the camera. It can withstand the cold, the sun, and the snow. However, I haven't tested in a very heavy weather, so in an area with lots and lots of storm. I haven't tested yet because where I live there's not much storm, but it is weatherproof. And here is some sample footage that you might see where the camera can be placed. So I'm just placing it outside next to the security door. You can place it on a patio, on a garden shed, as long as they are within the Wi-Fi range. Do these cameras need a hub? No, it has a direct wireless connection to the Wi-Fi router, so the camera also still work even if there is no power. So if you live in a place where power is not very reliable, then because the camera is running on charged battery, so it still works, it's still recording even though there's no power. And the camera doesn't need any hub. It can connect directly to the wireless router and it will work as a standalone camera. Do they need a central recording unit like a DVR? No, they are a standalone camera, so it records video footage on a local memory and to the cloud. Can you use the camera while charging with a USB cable plug-in? Yes, if you wanted to, you can plug in the USB cable and all the time and have the camera charge that way. I'm not sure if having the cable plugged in constantly all the time is a good idea to have the battery last long, because that might cause the battery life to shorten. So maybe it's a good idea only to plug the cable in once the battery is running low. You can also consider using a solar panel when using it outdoor. So with solar panel, when the battery is running low, it will charge it up, and that way you don't have to keep taking the camera down and then recharge and then put it back up. So with the solar panel, it's very much like set and forget. Plug the solar panel into a fixed position and then have it charge during the day when there is sun. Is there a two-way audio communications on the camera? No, it is only one way, so you can only hear audio that is picked up from the smart camera, so you cannot speak back to the camera. So this is a really one-way audio communication. Can you view it on TV? So yes, you can use Alexa, and you can speak to Alexa to cast the camera footage to the TV. So yeah, using Alexa you can do that at the moment. Well, it's only work with Alexa. And do you need subscription for this to work? No, the video footage is recorded locally for 7 days, and you also can have 2-3 days of cloud storage, and subscription is definitely optional. And you can use, if you want, you can subscribe for a 30 days period, so you can record up to 30 days, and you can pay the subscriptions on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis. Can the camera withstand strong wind? Yes, I have tested a little bit with a little bit of force, and from the look of it, the camera might appear to be very strong, so I don't think strong wind can easily blow it away. Is it simple to set up the camera? Well, the camera is fairly easy to set up. So once it is fully charged, it only requires a few minutes of your time to set up the camera. If you have more cameras, such as 4 or 5 cameras, then it might take a little bit longer. But for a single camera, it's only take a few minutes. You just have to simply download the app onto your phone, and then install the app, and then pair the phone with the mobile camera, and you are good to go after signing up an account. How long does the battery last? Now, battery generally can last from a week to a few weeks. This will depend on the camera settings as well as where the camera is placed. If the camera is pointed towards busy traffic where cars driving up and down all the time, then you can expect battery to deplete faster than a quiet area. Whereas if you place the camera on the side of the house where there is not a lot of activities going on, then it can last up to a few weeks. And if you have any more questions, you can leave it in the comment sections, and if I see your questions, I can try to answer it for you. And thank you for watching this video.